Mixed signals across assets today. Let us cut through the noise and focus on what matters most. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for August 4th. It is a split session across global markets. Traders are reacting to news that NASDAQ, S&P 500 futures rise, oil tumbles on Iran relief hopes, YPLTR, Barber, SLR, SPCX, USO are in focus, stock twits. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 edged higher plus 0.70% to $7,489.72. Investor sentiment is being shaped by South Korean stocks plunge, erasing RE rally gains as chip sell-off deepens, Nikkei Asia. NASDAQ 100 edged higher plus 0.60% to $28,274. Equity markets are responding to reports that South Korean stocks plunge, erasing RE rally gains as chip sell-off deepens, Nikkei Asia. Dow Jones edged higher plus 0.53% to $52,485. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow futures extend gains after hot rally as big tech earnings deliver, PLTR, GMEM, Snap, SLS in focus es.tradingview.com. Starting with the Europe session. DAX climbed plus 2.06% to €26,157. Traders are reacting to news that NASDAQ, S&P 500 futures rise, oil tumbles on Iran relief hopes, YPLTR, Barber, SLR, SPCX, USO are in focus, stock twits. FTSE 100 is trading higher by plus 0.25%, at £10,895. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Wall Street closes down sharply after Fed holds rates unchanged. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 dipped minus 0.63% to 63,958 yen. Currency markets are reacting to dollar cost averaging gold and silver explained. Money metals. Most investors can't consistently predict when gold or silver prices will hit their highs or lows, and even professional traders often get it wrong. That's where dollar cost averaging comes in. $C LinkedIn. Hang Seng is broadly flat at 25,853 Hong Kong dollars, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Traders are reacting to news that what puts BHP, ASX BHP, back in metals focus? Calkine Media. Kospi made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 3.59% to 6,358.95 Korean wons. Equity markets are responding to reports that South Korean stocks plunge, erasing RE rally gains as chip sell-off deepens, Nikkei Asia. Nifty 50 is trading higher by plus 0.95%, at 24,615 Indian rupees. Investor sentiment is being shaped by South Korean stocks plunge, erasing RE rally gains as chip sell-off deepens, Nikkei Asia. Sensex is trading higher by plus 0.29%, at 78,325 Indian rupees. Investor sentiment is being shaped by South Korean stocks plunge, erasing RE rally gains as chip sell-off deepens, Nikkei Asia. ASX 200 climbed plus 1.88% to $9,145.80. Traders are reacting to news that what puts BHP, ASX BHP, back in metals focus? Calkine Media. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. Reliance dropped sharply minus 2.15% to 1,290.60 Indian rupees. Investor sentiment is being shaped by South Korean stocks plunge, erasing RE rally gains as chip sell-off deepens, Nikkei Asia. Jio's 5G ARPU growth is the near-term catalyst as users migrate to higher value plans. The revenue per subscriber inflects upward. The retail segment is the largest in India and growing steadily. Watch for any update on the new energy gigafactory ramp, which represents the decade-long upside but requires patience. Hindustan Unilever is down minus 2.67%, trading at 2,081 Indian rupees. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow futures extend gains after hot rally as big tech earnings deliver, PLTR, GMEM, Snap, SLS in focus es.tradingview.com. The technical picture for Hindustan Unilever has deteriorated. The 1956.14 Indian rupees level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. On the geopolitical front, traders are reacting to news that NASDAQ, S&P 500 futures rise, oil tumbles on Iran relief hopes, YPLTR, Barber, SLR, SPCX, USO are in focus, stock twits. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Wall Street closes down sharply after Fed holds rates unchanged. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow futures extend gains after hot rally as big tech earnings deliver. PLTR, GMEM, Snap, SLS in focus es.tradingview.com. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. Amazon surged plus 15.32% to $271.58 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Amazon soars as cloud revenue surge allays fears over ballooning AI bets. AWS reacceleration is the single biggest catalyst from here. Every point of growth improvement in cloud margin drives outsized EPS leverage given the fixed cost structure. The advertising business, now the highest margin segment, is compounding at over 20%. Watch for any Project Kuiper satellite launch commentary. Alphabet made a dramatic move today, surged plus 6.73% to $356.13. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Google Cloud revenue grew 63% last quarter. Here's why that number matters more than Alphabet's ad business right now. Fool.com. The market has overcorrected on AI disruption risk to search. Google's Gemini integration is strong, and the ad business compound rate is intact. Google Cloud growth reacceleration is the catalyst investors are waiting for. Any data point on enterprise Gemini deals would drive a sector re-rating. Meta surged plus 6.02% to $590.24 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Meta touts industry-leading ad revenue growth, but RE unease rises, marketing dive. WhatsApp monetization is the next major revenue unlock, still largely untapped outside of India's business messaging push. AI infrastructure spending is heavy, but the ROI is visible in ad performance metrics. Any positive user growth data from emerging markets would be a catalyst. Let us give you our near-term view on the Kospi. With the selling pressure we have seen today, the key support level for Kospi is around 5,977.41 Korean wons. A failure to hold there could accelerate the decline and attract further sellers. For a recovery, bulls need to see a fundamental shift in the drivers weighing on prices. This is our view, always do your own research. To summarize, 10 indices in the green, 3 in the red today. Risk-on conditions dominate the global equity landscape. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Independent market coverage, no subscription fees, no paywalls. If this analysis saved you time and helped you think more clearly about the market, please like the video. It costs you nothing and it directly funds more content like this. Subscribe for daily coverage across indices, stocks, commodities, forex, and crypto. Tell us in the comments, what are you watching most closely right now? That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe and we will see you in the next one. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.